A few years ago, Carl and Lorraine Clevenger put everything in storage and took off to see the country in their RV, volunteering at national parks along the way, which brought them to Elijah Clark State Park in Lincolnton.
We ended up over here, and then he started looking at houses.
They fell in love with the area and bought a house with an RV hookup. So they went online to find a moving company to bring all their stuff down from storage up in Wisconsin.
Our kids were in Indiana, California, and Arizona, so we didn't have any children that we could force into, you know, how you get your kids to make you move stuff, you know.
They called a few companies, and a company called Spirit Van Lines offered the best deal.
And she told me, oh yeah, we can handle that. We can do this. We can go there and pick up your stuff and bring your stuff to Lincolnton.
Since they were both veterans, a military discount brought the price down even lower. The total cost for the move was quoted at $2,584.06, which they paid by credit card. They drove their RV up to meet the movers in August.
The rest of your stuff's going on the half of our truck. And when I opened the door, the guy says, God, there ain't no way we can pick up this stuff.
They told him it would cost more to pick up all of his goods.
I said, I'll be glad to give you $5,000 to bring our stuff, take our stuff home. Because right then we were stuck up there in our motorhome, and we had no other way to get it.
He gave the keys to the storage unit to a Spirit Van Lines employee, but never signed anything.
The next thing I heard was, we want $14,000 some dollars to move your stuff. And I said, you want what?
We took a look at their paperwork. The contract they originally agreed to and paid was a little over $2,500 and very clearly says if you have not signed the mover's revised estimate and the mover loads the truck, federal regulations say the mover has reaffirmed the original estimate and cannot demand additional payment at delivery. And that's something the moving company knows never happened. Look at this email Lorraine received in September. It says, my supervisor let me know that we do not have paperwork for you. So therefore, we cannot send your items out for delivery. Please sign these and return them back to me as soon as possible. We met the Clevengers around Christmas time, 4 months after the scheduled move. They were living on Goodwill furniture, and Carl was recovering from a heart attack, still waiting on their belongings.
I wake up at night, and I'm in there when I should be sleeping saying, oh, damn. I have a retirement certificate from the Air Force. A big, beautiful thing in a frame. And it's just crazy things like that that I sit and think about. And I can't go back to sleep at nights sometimes thinking about it. So
I worry about him stressing out about it.
Yeah, because
I worry about when he starts to have some pains again.
We worried about that too. So we started making some calls.
The manager that you need to speak to is not here.
And where is y'all's office location?
Ma'am, you have to call back and talk to Alan.
For an address?
You get the idea. In the meantime, we started looking into Spirit Van Lines. They have an F rating with the Better Business Bureau. We found an open records request and found 55 complaints on file with the feds for 2018 alone. Out of 14 federal driver inspections, 10 were classified as out of service. Some didn't even have a CDL license. And as of July of last year, they're not even licensed to transport household goods at all. Period. And maybe most concerning of all of this is documented under the business name Spirit Van Lines. They're now operating under the name Moving Services, and that name isn't licensed with the U.S. Department of Transportation at all.
Is this Alan?
It is.
This is Laura Warren with News 12 in Augusta, Georgia. How are you doing?
Alan said he was the manager, and he was familiar with the Clevengers.
I have Carl Clevenger on the phone. He is a customer of you guys. Just so you know, I am recording this conversation.
After a very lengthy talk and not a lot of progress, the manager insisted their company did nothing wrong, so we asked for any documents that could show that.
I don't need to send you anything. I don't need to prove you anything. The only thing I will prove is I'm going to take this gentleman, unfortunately I will take him into court, and I'm going to make him pay for every single time that we spend on his account.
At this point, we had uncovered a pattern of problems with this company and very few proven cases of recourse. But after our I-team stepped in, they did agree to deliver their goods for a more reasonable price.
Okay, this is my Air Force memorabilia.
But this reunion wasn't cheap. It ended up costing them an additional $7,000 on a job quoted at just over $2,500. They call it ransom money.
If Laura hadn't actually got on the phone and if she hadn't really talked to them, I don't think they would have done anything.
It doesn't feel like much of a win to me after so much time, stress, and money for the Clevengers. But we did find many others who have filed complaints against this same company. Some say they never saw their belongings again.
It's taken a toll on me, I'll tell you. I'm tired, and I know my wife's tired.
Which is why the Clevengers are hoping their expensive lesson can keep you from going through the same heartache.